Okay, we're gonna do art while I'm waiting for my videos to upload because I decided to do it late. I'm actually listening to music in my AirPod, like I was talking about in the other live stream video or whatever. I hadn't done like art in a minute. One of my coworkers asked if I could make them something, and I have before, but I haven't recently. And they asked for something recently, but I haven't really been doing art in a minute, so it's kind of it's been a minute, so I'm still learning everything. I got some ideas for some stuff I want to do, but I mean it's been in the thought process for a while. It's just in terms of actually making it, I've definitely put it on the back burner. So I figured since I gotta wait for a video to process and then have to wait for another video to process after, I might as well be doing something in the meantime. So I should have looked up like a reference for a pose. I have, I guess, kind of a reference up on like a separate screen, so I don't like the way this feels. I also don't know which pin I'm on. Probably on like the actual pin. Yeah. Okay. All right. Whatever. So I'm thinking based off of like the angle and kind of what I remember, because it's gonna be based off a game I played. So you keep like a blade, like say this is like the hand, right? Yeah, see that arm feels weird. And I know the angle's kind of weird, and a head is so much larger than a body. So I'm gonna have to like shrink that down, at least for now, because I don't really have a style. Okay. So in in my mind about space, I've got it like kind of set up like this, I guess. And then the hand, maybe like this. Nah, like this. Ah. I'm trying to think, man. I'd say if I did have it up, I'd have the hand be like right here, right? Because the blade's gonna be resting on the shoulder. Yeah. So yeah, tilt the hand up some, move the shoulder up some. I guess that's what happens when you don't draw on forever. Everything starts getting funky, but that's okay. We all need a little bit of a break sometimes. I low key want to yap. I when I did take some art classes back in like high school, my teacher, I don't know, maybe it's just because he hated us, because he was like fairly rude. Understandably so, though, right? Because I was in one of the classes where like students were just like terrible. But he was telling us, you make art better when you're like quiet and focused rather than just yapping, you know? But I I'm a yapper, or so I've been told by several people. Alright, so the actual blade itself, we'll do like the hilt, the handle. We'll do like a. I need a placeholder object for it, right? So say. So this little bit right there is where the thumb's supposed to be. I want it to be resting against the thumb, but not actually, in the thumb. So, well, let's try it this way. Because I'm going to have it sitting, like, on the shoulder. Well, it's supposed to be kind of at an angle, right? Really? It's supposed to be, like, resting on like, behind the head. But we're going to have it on the shoulder like this. So, it's got a weird kind of curve to it. Just like my meat. Ayo. Alright. Okay. So we need a general space for it. Man, because I don't have like a direct kind of like breakdown of the sword. I mean, I guess I do if I really like focus, but I'm gonna mess around with it just a little bit. Okay. Just to have like an idea of what I'm doing. And then the actual blade itself is gonna curve in and kind of like scales or dragon teeth. I'm currently looking at a reference that you can't see. That's okay, Here's a holder for said blade, some weird design, if you will. And the actual hilt, which is actually this part curves out into something else. And then this is just like kind of like teeth. Kind of like something you'd see out of like Ninja Turtles. Alright, I got a Steam achievement for a game called Your Mom. It actually is called Your Mom. It's got like a Russian name in like the file or whatever, but whatever. Alright, let's start a. I don't have any kind of idea what I'm gonna do for like clothes or whatever, but this is where we figure all that out, I suppose. Alright. So I'm gonna I've got like a idea, just because I use like the same standard whatever. I am planning on changing that in time. Just not super eager yet, kind of just taking my time. I don't know what I want to do for the face. Okay. Usually have like some bigger eye, whatever. Okay. Okay. I really don't know what to do for maybe like the most minimal mouth period. I'm trying to get the most maximum throat. Period. Said the funniest guy in the room, who also happens to be the only guy in the room. Unless you count the voices. Who said that? What? Alright. So, I'm a little funky with eyebrows, alright? Because there's a lot of ways that you can make, like, anything, right? There's a lot of different ways I could have gone for the eyes, the eyelashes, the eyelids, the lips, the nose, right? Eventually, I'm gonna have like a pre-made whatever. I mean, this is just kind of like muscle memory from stuff I used to do, I guess. But this is like, wow, I did not mean to do that. This is like nothing crazy. Let's hide this. I feel like I should do something different with the face, man. We'll we'll come back to the face. I'm indecisive. Well, the eyes, I guess, for now. All right. So we're gonna. I'm not gonna follow the exact design of the sword, just because I don't want to try to get everything like on point, you know. But I will try to roughly follow some kind of idea. Speaking of just sitting here, how's everybody been? You know, I don't hear enough from you guys, probably because I keep leaving for so long, dealing with different, life changes, life choices, different things life has to offer. I've been fine, thank you, by the way. In case any of you guys asked after I asked, I got into like probably like well at least one kind of majorish relationship for a while, which is pretty cool. I went back to school for a bit. Now I'm changing campuses. Um, I've had some pretty crazy stuff happen to me, kind of back to back, and have found out some new things about myself that I'm not too big of a fan of, but that's life. I really need to way back when I had a course for line weight and whatnot. As you can see, I did not take it seriously. Man. But this isn't supposed to be like perfect, alright? This is supposed to be something that I can kind of do to kill some time and to get my muscle memory back up or something like that. Hmm. You guys hear that? Probably not, because I'm the only one with AirPods on. This guy is spitting right now. Listen to what Eric Rapide, Eric Reprid, the Asian rapper who's usually saying something crazy out of pocket. That man is easily like one of my favorite artists. There's actually an album from him I missed that I was listening to the other day, and I wasn't like I went to listen to it, and I listened to it like in its entirety because while I work, I have the opportunity to. And I wasn't a huge fan of it, if we're being honest, but there were some parts of it that I liked. And I forgot who said it, but somebody had said, you can release like an album with like 20 songs, you know? There's no guarantee that like people are gonna like all 20 songs, you know? If you can find at least one song you like off of it, then that's all that matters. But I do like more albums from him that have more songs. Well, not that they have more songs, but I personally like the other songs, like more songs from those other albums. But that's just me, you know. Maybe that's just where I am right now, on a vibe of what it is he raps about in these other songs. All right, so you're probably like, man, what am I looking at? And the answer is, I don't know. But here we go. We're just experimenting. Okie dokies. My game plan is so I have two videos that I recorded yesterday. One is uncut, the other is edited. And I had no idea that they were like an hour plus, right? Even after editing. So it's taking a little bit of time to upload to YouTube, which is fine. It gives me plenty of time to, fool around here. But when the first one does finish, which it seems like it will in a bit, I'm gonna need to kind of like turn off my video so that I can upload the other one. So, I mean, I'll still be recording. It's just the picture will be missing for like, I don't know, maybe like 2 minutes. I mean, the sword's looking okay. It looks weird. But, I didn't do like a whole bunch of practice on it. This is kind of just spur of the moment. I'm thinking about actually putting color in and having the color be what takes up most of like the session of me working on it. I got all these ideas I want to pump out. I've been having them for a while and just hadn't done much with them. I had some people that I planned on making these ideas come to life with. But after some time, people just kind of abandon you. Or maybe I push everybody else away. Who knows? Here's what I do know. I don't know how to draw close. Woo! I see like people do like wrinkles, all kinds of crazy. Mm. I wonder, does anybody like ever actually care about the garbage I put out? Maybe like, oh man, put the pen down. Stop with the atrocities. We're tired of you drawing, old man. With energy like that, I just keep drawing more. And I wouldn't even like just keep drawing more. I draw the most foul of things. Like Shrek. giving Hatsune Miku back shots, and she's dressed as a furry, right? Like, oh, you want me to stop drawing? You want me to stop drawing? How about this? I was gonna say I can't really post that anywhere, but I don't know. There's some people on Instagram I follow who make like straight just adult content with their art, and they don't get flagged or anything. So I don't know. It's not like a hot point for me. I should have really looked like for a reference for like a stance or something like this because this feels weird, right? What I don't like is if I get deep enough into this and I don't realize that it's weird and I'm putting all this extra color and stuff on it, it'll be too late. You know what I mean? I have to redo something or change whatever or whatever. I'm not doing that. This feels better. Kind of looks like I traced that, man. I'm almost proud of that. Almost. Alright. And then usually we have this. Well, usually we have this little. I don't know what this is called on clothing, but we usually have this at the end. And I haven't really done the end of the sleeves yet. And I gotta do the pants for this bottom blade so that it can be seen. I hadn't really done like pants comfortably. So I think instead of doing like jeans or something, I'll just make it sweats. I don't really. It's the kind of work that requires studies, right? The kind of stuff that makes you go, oh man, I actually don't know what I'm doing. I should spend some time practicing this until I do. But I'm not about to do that. Not right now. I'll have this come down like that. Plus, I'm pretty satisfied with this basic whatever. Also, the video uploads right now. Okay, cool. Hold on, give me a sec. I gotta move my mouse over. I gotta move my setup over eventually. I need to make room. This is a mess. I forgot my pen's over here, so my mouse is locked. Hold on. Okay. So while that's being uploaded, I'm gonna hop over to another account naturally. I said naturally like you understood that. I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into me. Alright. Hello. I take breaks. Then we'll go to show more. It was the Path of Exile video, so. Alright. While that's publishing, I guess we're back to drawing. It says it's going to take an hour and 5 minutes. I will hop back over to the art when I am confident that it's actually going. Okay, there we go. It hadn't changed at all. I didn't know if it was actually changing or not. All right. Man, my other screen went to sleep. I gotta unlock it. Alrighty. So I can't actually see the handle for the smaller blade too well. I just know it's supposed to be kind of like here is where like the actual sheath comes. So since it's behind the pants, or since I've designed it to be behind the pants, I guess. Whoop! Alright. I don't quite know how to makes the hand look weird, you know what I mean? Maybe it's because I've got it set up. When your thumb would be like this, wouldn't it? Because your thumb wouldn't be like that. Yeah, no, hands backwards. So I would actually need to take this. Wow, I actually shrunk the hand. Right? Or should I make it like that? Man, it fit that blade like a fleshlight. Hold on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the handle. That'd probably be the smartest play. Bro, am I tripping? I think it's because the hand's upside down. There's not supposed to be a thumb. I am tripping. And you didn't say anything. You just like watched. Thanks. Thanks for that. I'm just gonna leave it as a cartoony kind of block. Okay, so we're going to put the hand here. Well, well. Okay, so here is where you actually could put a thumb in. Pause. We're gonna mix it like this. And then I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with that. We're not overthinking it. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with, wow. What I'm not okay with, okay. Like that looks crazy, bro. Maybe if yeah, like that, I guess. Alright. Alrighty. I mean, it could be a lot worse, I think. So, I'm gonna try to add some extra stuff. I don't like the way that looks. Okie dokes. Okie dokes. Excuse me. Man, these eyes are annoying me. I gave them buttons like Adventure Time. I can settle for that. Kind of like the kind of larger expressive X. Okay. Now let's color it because I haven't colored in forever. Time to go back to kid mode. I need to like understand brushes a bit better, I think. Is this supposed to be a pin? A paint pin, I guess. Pin made of paint. we're gonna use it. Man, so I had some videos playing today, you know, talking about stuff like um, what you should be doing if you're wanting to be in a more comfortable place, right? You're spacing yourself from certain people or potentially even people in general. You know, you're gonna want to do this, you're gonna want to do that, you're gonna want to do this, you're gonna want to do that, you know. Just listening to it all, and I was like, man, this is crazy, right? These are things I would have never even thought about. And will it help? I don't know. But I'm trying it now. So usually I like jamming out to like music that would make me feel, you know? Stuff with like an overall feeling of like a tattered, tortured past kind of thing, you know? Like I'm trying to think of like songs or artists. Probably like I'm so sorry I'm blanking on them right now. This is super out of character. Stuff like Miles Smith solo, you know? Holy Water Without You, but like the voice memo version. Hosier, uh, Take Me to Church, you know? Then a bunch of others that probably don't even fit that, genre or vibe. Like Hallelujah, but sang by uh, Aurelio Voltaire. In the that one song, I Can't Believe I Let You Get Away. And music such as this, kind of stuff that's like centered around losing someone or losing someone and then realizing you've lost them, and now you need to move on type of thing. And that's just like my usual vibe of music, right? And the videos I was watching, they were like, yo, if you're in this kind of situation, you should not be listening to this kind of music. I was like, yeah, I've heard that before, but this is like my kind of music, Billie Eilish, Before I Go, Joyner Lucas's I'm Sorry, Teddy Swims, Lose Control. I'm sure there's so much more that I'm blanking on, but you get the vibes, all right? So to get into a better mind space of not being hung up on whoever or whatever in regards to it all, I'm changing the overall vibe of my music. But I mean, I listen to other genres and whatnot anyway. It's just for the last few months, it's been like a general vibe, like a breakup kind of vibe. And that's just like the kind of music I listen to, if I'm being honest. So now I'm listening to stuff like Lil Baby and Eric Reprid and NBA Youngboy and Kendrick Lamar and Dub Baby and um Ian, just NF, stuff that kind of has like a. It's not necessarily focused on like love or missing someone or whatever. It's more so centered around just straight up get mad, get angry, or like be in a good place, focus on yourself kind of vibes. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it's cool. It's just, man, sometimes, I want to go back and listen to insert whatever. But the idea is if you are caught up on something or someone and you're trying to like forget them or not let that kind of stuff haunt you or whatever, you need to. Oh, Dead Poet Society. Um, what's that one band? Nothing But Thieves. Man, these are like some of my favorite artists. Stuff from Steven Universe as well as Adventure Time and Rick and Morty. And I gotta keep some of these songs to a minimum because the ones I listen to usually talk about, love or caring or whatever. And that's just not the kind of vibe I gotta be focused on right now. So it's been interesting, Now I'm finding myself listening to like artists like Future when I didn't really used to as much, or Lil Wayne or uh, Tyler. Well, I used to listen to Tyler the Creator, just not certain projects by him, and now it's kind of like whatever's fair game, Now I was listening to Tizo Touchdown the other week. Then Vince Staples. It's a lot of rap. Just because one of my friends loves country, man. I mean, loves it. I don't hate country, but there's some songs, like I guess some subgenres of country that yeah, like I can totally vibe with because it fits a certain like mold. But then there's others, and it's like, oh man, I'm not vibing with this. This isn't me. I don't enjoy this. So yeah, I think this is looking okay so far. Looks like wood, you know. I think the idea is supposed to be like a type of bronze or something. So maybe I can do a little more to it before the other video gets uploaded. I'm thinking by the time the other video uploads, I'll just be done, right? Whatever I finish on when it finishes is it, right? Let it be within a certain time period. Mm. I ate earlier and worked out a little bit afterwards, which is pretty good. Sometimes you gotta focus on yourself, man, or woman, whoever's listening. I've been having some genuine fun playing games. All right. Oops. I haven't. Trying to think of like if I did practice, you know, upgrading my visual library. How would I go about doing it? The answer is I don't know. I used to have like these prompts I would follow. I'd go look up whatever object and I would just play it, play it, find it, find it in a bunch of different angles, fill up a page or more of it, and then take a break and come back later and try to do it without the references and see what I accomplish. But I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff I could definitely be like adding to my visual library, for being honest, or mental library, or whatever library it is that allows me to whatever it's called, you know, let me draw stuff with no reference. Naturally, I'm probably not going to be yapping a whole bunch. Since I'm listening to music that you hopefully cannot hear. It is of the artists that I mentioned, though. These, you know, these aren't the other artists that I said I gotta avoid, or at least a little bit. But I do have like this one album on repeat by Eric, and I'm wanting to change it, so I think I'm gonna. Mm, I could probably listen to some Sleep Token. I need to listen to more than just like the one album that I haven't listened to. But I do really enjoy the one album. You know, I try to show friends like TV shows and movies and music and videos, and like they just don't want to watch them. But then we'll come back like X amount of months later talking about them with excitement and even potentially spoiling something I haven't seen or heard. And I'll be like, yo, you're about to be somebody that like I put on hold, right? Like I'm gonna stop picking up your calls and texts because that's super not cool. It also feels better to do this zoomed out than zoomed in. Why was I doing it zoomed in? Well, further zoomed. Alrighty. Some of you may be asking, why not the fill bucket? And to that I say, I haven't really messed with the settings of it, so I don't know what all will actually feel and what won't, and what will look right and what won't. So that's why no fill bucket. But I will be changing this brush because I don't want to have to go over something several times just to get another color in. I am gonna have to mix stuff though, so we're about to make so many layers, man. And I should label them, but I'm already on a move, Jack. I wonder who Jack was for people to be saying that as much as they were. Not necessarily the phrase "I'm already on a move, Jack," but you know, insert whatever line here and then Jack afterwards, right? Like who's Jack? Sure, fine. Coughing up blood in the twilight. Everything looks the same. Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will ya hold this eclipse in me? Will ya hold this eclipse in me? Will ya hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in? Alrighty. So we're gonna have to do like, I was gonna say some gradient, but I hadn't really fooled around with gradients much at all. That could be something fun to actually put some time into deeper down the line. And to be honest, I can let stuff spill out of the lines here because things will get messy with this a little later. Um, am I missing something? Oh yeah, so this part's supposed to be brown as well. Hold on. Okay. Trying to get the extra white spaces I missed. And then what I'm gonna do, oops. So we're gonna lock this. Okay. I'm gonna use this to paint this. I need a command to change a brush size without having to touch the menu. I believe I set one, or I thought I read one, but I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Okay, lock, unlock. How do I miss these? Whoops. Man, I thought I did have a command for changing brush size. I don't know what happened. Oh, and I used to know myself. Oh, and you used to know me well. Oh, and I wish that I could leave myself alone. And you wish that you could make me whole. Yeah, I feel like these can be pretty messy. I'm okay with these being pretty messy. Eclipse in me. Will you hold this eclipse in me? 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 I used to do stuff like this too, which is I don't want to say it's a no bueno, but I go changing something that's supposed to be on another layer with another layer, and then when I need to go back and fix it, I'm like, yo, I'm touching this layer, why isn't it working? It's because it's locked to the other layer, because I like to stress myself out. Living on a promise. Arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me, yeah. I actually don't know the verse at all to the song. I like it though. Alrighty. So if that doesn't look horrible, I don't know what does. Arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Hmm. Whoop. The blending got so hard the green over here started fading out indefinitely. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is to take away the pain and let my mind go. The same as I feel I feel like I should like double layer it. I don't know yet. Hold on. Let's do like a. So not that. I don't. No, I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie. So I kinda. Hold on. Alright, it looks almost terrible. But I'm planning. Alright, I'm plotting. Give me a sec. Hold on. Mm. What do we. So we're gonna take this yellow, get it a little bit in between. Right, right, right. Whoop. Okay. I think I'm just gonna make a bunch of layers to do something that probably doesn't require a bunch of layers to do, if we're being honest. It's just because I haven't used this program or done anything with art in such a long time. Kind of feels like I should be, you know, doing extra stuff since I don't entirely understand the gist of it all. Got 34 minutes left for that video to upload. I don't want to spend too much time on like this sole part, but this is supposed to have some type of impact. I'm gonna do another layer just because I'm insecure. You heard it here first. I'm insecure. Dance along with me, game or fantasy. Know who I used to be. Nothing is the same. I'm gonna change. Are you gonna dance along with me? Game or fantasy. Don't even know who I used to be. Something's up to change now. You know, I actually have my tablet has a display, right? And I actually pretty much with every display, I essentially turn the darkness down, or the darkness up, the brightness down, so that I can't, so that I don't go blinding myself, man. So colors are actually going to be a lot brighter on other monitors than mine. I can actually see it in the recording. I don't even know who I used to be. Nothing is the same. Something's about to change now. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? No, it's not a game, not fantasy. I don't even know who I used to be. Nothing is the same. Something's about to change now. Okay. Then are you the reward? Together, are you gonna dance along with me? No, it's not a game or fantasy. And I don't even know who I used to be. Something's about to change now. Are you gonna dance along with me? No, it's not a game or a fantasy. I don't even know who I used to be. Okie dokes. I want these colors to fill in the actual white, like empty space. Then I'm also gonna layer on top some extra color. We're trying to fill that white space because we don't want too much of it. Then on top of adding on the green, I think I'm gonna do a darker green as well. Time to glance. It's like you're dangerous to me. Every time we meet, I feel the ground beneath my feet. Give it away. Probably said give in away. Me looking in my sleep as if you're conquering my dreams. beneath again. Okay, here we go again. I think that's too. You know what I just realized? I'm using blur and not blend. I was like, yo, what's going on? I mean, it gave off a pretty cool, fit. I'm definitely gonna use it some more for like the end, but I did want to blend like the actual colors together. It's like you're dangerous to me and notice every time we meet. I feel the ground beneath my feet giving away. Whoops. You got me talking in my sleep as if you're conquering my dreams. You have awakened must be me again. Won't you show me how to dance forever? Won't you show me how to dance forever? And won't you show me how to dance forever? I need a smaller. That's too small. I feel like that's also too small. Interesting. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. My foot on the roses, my foot on the gunline. I'm not gonna be here, nothing on the grapevine. I can say the words while I climb to the baseline. Wear me out like Prada, devil in my detail. I swear it's getting harder even just to exhale, walking in the corner, in the well, trying to hide it. Every time they take my so sweet to me, speak to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel numb. Can I just move this down? I don't know. Who are you? I kind of like that, like light blue. Did I move the wrong one? Yeah, I did. I don't even know. Okay, whoops. What? Is it this one? My goodness. If it's something we need it, then you understand. But I'm still glad you came, so let me see those hands. Stick to me like caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. To turn. Too young to get bitter over it all. Too old to retaliate like before. Too much to be called ungrateful, I know. So I keep dancing along to the rhythm. This stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. I feel like we're getting out of hand, right? Now I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna give you what you came for. Whoops. Oh, 2 hours playtime. Cool. I'll keep dancing along to the rhythm. This stage is a prison, a beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I'll take what I'm given, the deepest incisions. I thought I got better, but maybe I didn't. Okie dokes. Have we completely butchered the picture yet? I feel like I put way too much focus on like this little flame aura, which, yeah, if you couldn't tell, it was supposed to be flames, but I don't blame you for not being able to tell. I haven't really done a lot of fire, you know? Whoops. I feel like on a scale of, if you look at it from a far away enough distance, it looks fine, then we're doing good. But if you like really focus on it, right? You're kind of like, what am I looking at? You know what I mean? All right, we spent a lot of time on this. Got like, yeah, 20 more minutes for the upload to be done. Let's actually get some other stuff done. You've been waiting more for me. I am not fool. for me. Have you been waiting long for me? I think I'm gonna move this layer down some. It's caked over the blue. I mean, it's caked over the blue. It's caked over the strings, which make the strings look like navy blue, which I had no intention on doing and don't want it to look like that. So I'm gonna move this layer. Oh. Okie dokesters. Be a provider. And in your inside, just spider. I will die. Your heart is shut. Your secret inside. All right. I'll be a provider. Yes, I wanna let you know. I wanna be a provider. I wanna be a provider. Yeah. I wanna be a provider. Whoops. Mm. Probably just speed up a lot of this, to be honest. Okie dokes. I'll be a provider. So like a spider. All right, we're looking all right. You know, I spent a ton of time. Spent a ton of time on the sword, and I'm still not necessarily happy with it, but it's better than it could have been. Oh, actually, this can be. Whoa, oh, I forgot. So it's skin, right? It's. I mean, yeah, I guess it can just be on top of here. It's whatever. Look, he thought about when I started adding brown to his face. Thought about just leaving his face white and having like brown runes or face paint, or turn it from brown to like purple or something. I think that'd be pretty cool. But I'm in here now. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Hello? Alright, I just got a call from a counselor, which, pretty cool. I also noticed this shoulder right here. Yeah, that doesn't match. See? I wasn't, I mean, I knew it was kind of iffy. And then right here, whoops, I saved that. This could have been different. I thought about putting like a halo over him or something. Actually, I probably still can. It's probably just not going to be as great. But the video is damn near done, right? So let's just go ahead and BS this right here and take my blur. Rhythm is 5. Words go. Oh, I know. I can't see the bottom. Alrighty. Yeah. Alright, so the video's done uploading. Hopefully things aren't so terrible. This is what I've got. Alright. I need to go do a handful of things now. The silence to you feels like it's screaming to me.